I made a game based on Earthbound and Whac-A-Mole. Mole Smash. A few months ago, I abandoned all my hobbies to pursue game dev from scratch. To be honest, I'm not sure what led me to this, but now, for the good or the bad, I'm on a journey to learn game dev in 100 games. Game 2. Mole Smash. This game is meant to be something simple to help me get used to programming and using Godot. And making a basic form of the game went surprisingly smooth. But that was the easy part. I need to make original assets for my Earthbound-inspired game, so I decided to use Aseprite. I have very limited experience with this program, and with pixel art, and with animation. In fact, all of my experience here is thanks to the tutorials from this creator. I thought I was really going to struggle with this, and yeah, I felt really clumsy at first. But the more I used Aseprite, the more fun it became. You know, there's a lot to learn when you dive headfirst into game dev. Programming languages, game engines, game design, sound design, and of course, game art. Honestly, I'm still in the curiosity stage where everything is fun. But now I'm wondering if I should lean into the art side of game dev. There are so many different art styles and they all look so amazing. Pixel art is simpler and faster to create than other art styles, so it seems like the obvious place to start and build up an eye for color, shape, and movement in game art. Now, as much as I love Earthbound, you have to admit, animation was probably their lowest priority. I don't hate their text-based psychedelic battle sequence, but yeah, I think this was one of the main reasons that Earthbound didn't have as much commercial success. Other Super Nintendo games of the era had basic animations for battles, but I think it was a fair trade-off. The music, the characters, the backstories of the towns, and all the creativity they poured into every corner of the game is what makes it so iconic. If animating a magic fry pan would have taken away from the time spent on other areas, then so be it. The artists were definitely busy enough. And that's why there are so many people interested in a modern remake of Earthbound. I would love to participate in a future fan project when I get my skills up. By the way, does anyone know how to make that psychedelic background in Godot? I really want to use it in one of my future games. So for this game, Mole Smash, I took inspiration from Earthbound's moles. There are a lot of moles in Earthbound. Role-playing rough, Mondo Mole or Guardian Digger moles, and of course the helpful moles. I thought this would be a really good balance. Basically, one basic enemy, one stronger enemy, and one friend. After finishing the animations, I put them into my game. I'm making it sound like I had no struggles at all during the process, but that definitely wasn't true. For example, you can see how much of a beginner I am with this struggle. I put all the moles in, but the helpful mole wasn't showing up, except he was super small. So I had to resize him. But that wasn't the end of it. He was completely broken, so I had to search my code for the problem. But the code wasn't the problem. My mistakes were in the editor. I had forgotten to add the collision shape, and I hadn't updated the collision layers. But actually, yeah, I did have some code mistakes too, like getting the Boolean logic messed up and forgetting to add an if condition. All that was needed were the finishing touches and making sure the gameplay was fair and as interesting as my abilities could allow. And with some miracle of Gygus, I managed to get this game up and running. And it's not much, but this is the most polished game I've ever created. All in all, it took me about a week. And before I can pat myself on the back, I absolutely have to thank two viewers of my last video. Gary Bigtoe and The Codec took the time to write detailed explanations of how to connect signals from pack scenes in Godot. I can't believe how amazing the Godot community is, and I'm so thankful. In this game, I had to connect so many signals, so I know I wouldn't have been able to make it without your help. So thank you. I feel like with this game, I reached game dev level 2. I used a lot of setters to update the UI. I figured out how to organize my timers and use a for loop with the get children function, and I made a game over screen that I was satisfied with. With my next game, I really want to learn more about the Godot engine and game design. So see you for game number 3.